Imagine cruising at over 190 meters per hour in a family hauler that seats 7 and conquers off-road trails. Welcome to the insane world of 2026 luxury SUVs, where power meets opulence like never before. Number 10, the 2026 BMW X7 M60i, 155 PS. Executive presence with a performance edge. The 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 delivers 523 horsepower and 553 lb-ft of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic and xDrive all-wheel drive. Engage launch control for a 4.5-second 0-60 sprint before hitting the electronically limited 155 mph top speed. Mild hybrid tech smooths out the power delivery, keeping the massive SUV composed through corners. Adaptive M suspension, active roll stabilization, and rear axle steering shrink its size on twisty roads, while the optional carbon ceramic brakes handle repeated high-speed stops without fade. Inside, it's a tech haven. The curved display with 14.9-inch touchscreen and 12.3-inch digital cluster runs iDrive 8.5 with M-specific performance pages for G-forces, temps, and lap data. Merino leather M Sport seats, real wood trim, and a panoramic sky lounge roof make long hauls luxurious. 3 rows of seating mean family-friendly speed without compromise. Price around $120,000. The entry is tech-heavy, but the power escalates from here. Stay locked in. Number 9, the 2026 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. 180 mm muscle in a family package, unapologetic and raw. The supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 unleashes 710 horsepower and 645 lb-ft of torque through an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Pin launch control for a 3.5-second 0-60 blast, stretching to an estimated 180 mm/th top end. SRT-tuned adaptive damping. Brembo 6-piston brakes with 15.75-inch rotors and 295-section Pirelli tires keep the 5,200-pound beast planted during hard charges. Line lock for burnouts, and SRT performance pages track 0-60, quarter mile, and G-forces right from the dash. The wide-body stance adds presence, while the jailbreak package unlocks custom combos for wheels, stripes, and interiors. Inside, it's practical aggression, heated, ventilated Napa leather seats, Uconnect 5 with a 10.1-inch screen and room for 7 with a real cargo hold. Daily driver meets drag strip demon, price $81,585. Number 8, the 2026 Land Rover Range Rover SV, 162 mph, refined off-road royalty with supercar shove. The twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 cranks out 606 horsepower and 553 lb-ft of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive with terrain response 2. Dynamic launch drops 0-60 to 4.3 seconds, topping out at 162 mph. Active rear-locking diff, air suspension with adaptive damping, and all-terrain progress control blend highway poise with trail capability. SV-specific carbon ceramic brakes shrug off heat, while the executive rear seats with massage functions turn the cabin into a lounge. The Pivi Pro infotainment with dual 13.1-inch rear screens, Meridian signature audio, and semi-aniline leather elevate the luxury. Biometric personalization adjusts settings via facial recognition. Ultimate versatility. Conquer dunes by day, cruise boulevards by night. Price around $241,050. If hybrid tech meets V8 Thunder is your vibe, subscribe for more. Number 7, the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Turbo E Hybrid, 183 mph. Electrified precision with explosive power, the twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 pairs with a 174 kilo electric motor for 729 horsepower and 700 lb-ft of torque, routed through an 8-speed PDK and all-wheel drive. Launch control detonates 0-60 in 3.5 seconds, storming to 183 mph. The 25.9 kilowatt battery offers up to 45 miles of EV range for silent urban runs, while Overboost fills torque gaps for seamless acceleration. Porsche active suspension management, rear axle steering, and torque vectoring make 2 tons feel agile. Optional Porsche ceramic composite brakes with 17.3-inch fronts erase speed drama-free. Cabin command. 12.3-inch touchscreen, optional passenger display, and performance pages for energy flow and boost. Stealth efficiency meets track-ready dynamics. Price $164,500. Number 6, the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT 186 millichains, track-honed aggression in SUV form. The twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 pumps 650 horsepower and 626 lb-ft of torque via 8-speed PDK and all-wheel drive with PTV+. Hit launch for a 3.1-second 0-60, reaching 186 mph. Carbon fiber roof, titanium exhaust, and lighter wheels trim weight, while adaptive air suspension and active anti-roll bars deliver Nürburgring sharpness. Rear axle steering pivots it like a sports car, and Porsche surface-coated brakes grip relentlessly. Inside, race-inspired Alcantara-wrapped wheel, sport chrono package with lap timer, and Bose surround sound. Configurable drive modes swing from comfort to Cup 2 tire melting attack. Daily luxury weekend warrior, price around $200,000. Try this out. Delete one from the list and replace it. What's your swap? Number 5, the 2026 Bentley Bentayga Speed 193 mph, opulent force with Grand Tour soul. The twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 generates 641 horsepower and 627 lb-ft of torque through an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. 0-60 flashes by in 3.4 seconds, maxing at 193 mph. Bentley Dynamic Ride counters body roll with 48V active tech, while carbon ceramic brakes and adaptive damping ensure repeatability. Mulliner personalization, diamond quilted leather, open pore wood, and Naim audio for 2200 watts of immersion. Rear executive seats recline with massage, and the panoramic roof floods the cabin with light. Supreme craftsmanship meets savage pace, price around $300,000. Number 4, the 2026 Audi RS Q8 Performance 190 millichain, sleek predator with quattro grip. The twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 mild hybrid produces 631 horsepower and 627 lb-ft of torque, fed to an 8-speed Tiptronic and quattro with rear torque splitter. Launch control rips 0-60 in 3.4 seconds. Optional high-speed kit unlocks 190 mph. All-wheel steering trims the footprint, adaptive air suspension levels crests, and the active rear diff. Vector's torque for neutral exits. RS carbon ceramic brakes, 23-inch wheels, and sticky summers reset after apexes. Virtual cockpit stack shift lights and boost gauges, while Valcona leather RS seats and Bang and Olufsen 3D sound amp the drama. Everyday usability, explosive potential. Price $140,190. Number 3, the 2026 Aston Martin DBX S 193 mph British elegance with supercar bite. The twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 from Valhalla Tech delivers 717 horsepower and 664 lb-ft of torque via 9-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. 0-60 in 3.1 seconds, top speed 193 mph. Adaptive damping, active roll control, and quicker steering ratio carved canyons, while carbon ceramic brakes trim unsprung weight for sharper responses. Cabin artistry, bridge of Weir leather, Alcantara headliner, and 800W premium audio. 12.3-inch digital cluster and 10.25-inch infotainment run wireless Apple CarPlay. Bond level luxury, track day ferocity. Price $276,500. Number 2, the 2026 Ferrari Purosangue 193 mph. Prancing Horse's first SUV, purebred and untamed. The naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 sinks to 715 horsepower and 528 lb-ft of torque through an 8-speed dual clutch and all-wheel drive. 0-60 in 3.3 seconds, VMAX 193M pre-sewer, Multimatic adaptive dampers, and active suspension defy physics, while rear axle steering and torque vectoring deliver scalpel handling. Carbon ceramic brakes with 15.7-inch fronts halt without drama. Interior theater, dual cockpits with 10.2-inch passenger display. Burmester audio, and Alcantara carbon accents. 4 real seats, no compromises, exotic speed in practical form, price around $430,000. And that leaves us with one SUV left. A beast with brutal acceleration, iconic style, and a hybrid twist. Number 1, the 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE, 194 Malpasios, Italian Fury redefined with electrified might. The twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 with a rear electric motor for 789 horsepower and 701 lb-ft torque via 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive. Overboost launches 0-60 in 3.4 seconds, topping out at 194 mph. The hybrid fills torque holes for relentless pull with up to 37 miles EV range. Active torque vectoring, rear-wheel steering, and adaptive air suspension tame the mass. Tamburo drive modes swing from Strata Comfort to Corsa Track Attack. Cabin aggression, hexagonal stitching, Y-shaped vents, and a 12.3-inch digital cluster with off-road pages. Unmatched presence, ultimate performance, price around $280,000. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more